Well, we just finished recording a video right over there. I'm excited to show you that video, and we'll actually get into what that is and why it's going to be on this channel in this video. But the main content, besides like feelings, I'm going to be sharing some feelings, warning if you don't want to feel anything, is going to be a fall themed video. I'm really excited, and I thought the first thing that we will do, mind the garland, okay? It is Halloween, but I am a creator. I have to be planning for the coming weeks and months and years. You know what I'm saying? No, just like we live in the future, okay? We try to be present, but we have to like plan for the future, and I need a crap ton of garland to do like the basic thing I want to do. This is fall, this is not Christmas. I'm gonna be starting off, I thought we would start off with some coffee, okay? It is 4:30 p.m. I don't know what I'm doing making coffee at 4:30 p.m., but I am, and I'm gonna be having this one right here. I feel like it's spooky. It's not orange, but it is the Happily Never After New Orleans Praline. I've been having it, like it's not new to me. But it's by Expedition Roasters. Really love Expedition Roasters. I did a video that included, like, there's a butterbeer one. There's just so many cool ones. So let's make some coffee. And I have, hold on. This is vlog style, by the way. Like, we're keeping it casual. I'm gonna get into all of that in this video and what sort of content to expect on this channel. It's not changing that much, but it's not even really changing at all. What am I looking for? Where is it? Here it is. Just flipping my fridge open. So I picked up this pumpkin spice, like non-dairy pumpkin spice, right? It says oat milk, vegan, it's whipped cream. And I thought it'd be really fun. Like, I feel like pumpkin spice can be a wee bit overdone, and we'll see. We'll see if it's overdone. But I thought I would put it on the top of my coffee and see if that is good. I'm not gonna put sugar in the coffee, so we'll start there because I didn't want to oversweeten it. But yeah, let's test it out. Let's make some coffee at 4:30 p.m. Yeah, we need a stimulant of some variety, okay? Also, I'm going to be putting my coffee in this mug. It is new to me, and it is from Lively Ghosts. So here's the box that it came in. Lively Ghosts, I've ordered quite a few things from, and I'm gonna be showing you those. We're gonna do a little bit of a haul, but I will say, we keep it real on here. I wasn't super impressed with this. It looked so spooky and so cool, and from far away, it still does. But as soon as I opened it, I mean, not only did it have like a chip there, but the paint job is so bad. Like, I know it's hand painted, but that is not an excuse. I have hand painted artisan made items that they care about quality, okay? And I was so disappointed. So there was that issue. And then not to mention the actual orange isn't even like properly painted on, that there's patches of white like all over the place. You see what I mean? Like, that's not a design choice. That's laziness, okay? So I wasn't super thrilled. I did message them, and I will say they gave me a full refund. I will also say that refund was in-store credit, so a little frustrating, but it is what it is. So let's put our coffee in there. Can I do this without spilling? Oh God, we spilled. All right. There is our coffee. Let's do this sucker. I think, are you supposed to shake it? I don't remember. Let's do our coffee. Oh God, I'm nervous. That's totally aesthetically pleasing, right? Look at this. What the actual heck? Oh my God, okay. Okay, as you may have seen, that did not turn out perfectly. Actually, it was worse off camera. She only got worse because this sucker, like, it just stopped like spraying it, and then I needed to do a thumbnail. This is my life, okay? But we're gonna make the best of it, and I've actually not tasted it yet, so let me taste it. And I didn't put sweetener, like I said, so hopefully the pumpkin spice is not too much. Actually, I need some sweetener. But I'm gonna, yeah, we're gonna sweeten it. Yep. Okay, round two. A little challenging to drink out of, I will add. Like, I don't know where to put my lips. Which crevice do I put my lips in? And is my lipstick coming off? Also, can I just note this cardigan? Can I just note this cardigan right now? Where did I get it? Let me back up and show you the whole thing. Again, mind my garland and mind the lights. Like, I don't have the energy to be turning them off right now, but look how long it is. What is on me? Is there something on me? I am 5'3", and it comes to like just above my knees, and it's like super floofy. Look at that. I got it at my local grocery store. If you are local, I got it at Fred Meyer. The Fred Meyers came through. It's a rusty orange. It's a nice, like, wide. I'm so that person that, like, when I get something and I love it, I just told my husband, I think I need to get a second one just in case something happens because I have cats. Anyway, I thought the first thing that we would do, there's going to be a lot of chit chat. And also, there's going to be more vlogs on this channel. Vlogs are, they're underperformers, I've noticed on a lot of channels, but they're some of my favorite things to watch with other people. It's how I get to know somebody. It's how I get to know and like connect with them more beyond just like whatever the theme is of their channel, which I'll be honest, I watch a lot of Halloween people, okay? And so I don't know, I enjoy that content, but I like getting to know somebody. I stick around not just for the stuff. And I do feel like there are some people that just want the stuff. It's not my jam. I like to, it's like with stories, I connect the most with the characters. That's what's gonna keep me to the end of the story. Anyway, I think I need to pull my hair back. Can we do that real quick? For those of you with long hair, does it not get annoying at times? We're gonna pull it back a little bit, I think. Being a little less annoying. Oh, that's so much better. It's also hot in here. Why are we hot right now? Anyway, there are going to be more vlogs on this channel, and there's a lot of reasons for that. And do not be alarmed. This channel isn't really changing. If you have noticed, I've had a lot of conversations with my husband about this channel, this main channel of mine. I have a second channel, but this is my main channel. And we have been very deliberate. There's a lot of strategizing when it comes to YouTube. You're not just a creator. I mean, I want to make this full time. So there's a lot of like, what do the people want? Like, or more so, what does the algorithm want? Like, you're playing to the algorithm a lot. And you also don't know what the heck it wants. So it's just a game of mystery, right? And you'll notice for those of you who are on who follow the Beyond channel, thank you. It is my second channel. I've been putting over there a lot of things that aren't specifically like Harry Potter, but yet it's like my husband said, this might be alarming to some people. We aren't a Harry Potter channel. If you think of a lot of Harry Potter channels, and I kind of got into this in the Am I a Collector, because I love Harry Potter. That's not changing. My house is very much inspired by Harry Potter, and that is not changing. That's what I mean by like nothing's really changing, but I kind of want to make things a little more clear, if you will. I don't know. Maybe it's just for me. But we aren't really. We don't buy all the things Harry Potter. I don't want to buy all of it. I find it a lot of it not so great, but also some of it just doesn't fit into my home. But we are more of an in-world situation. Like I like to feel more witchy. So you're going to get the witchy content. You're going to get like more clothing hauls and stuff like that. And honestly, just doing things because it's also magic. And I believe magic is in the everyday too. So it's taking all of those elements of like being in a wizarding world and being a witch and bringing all of that. So it's not just going to be, I feel like, I mean, we started this channel with Halloween, to be honest, and I feel like I built it on a lot of hauls, and I love stuff. Okay, I love stuff. I buy it all the time. We are going to be showing you some things that won't be stopping, but there is some degree of like there's some degree of, we're getting into like a YouTube conversation right now. There's some degree of like, how do I phrase this? Like packing up your life in a way that is digestible for a video. It's not natural. And I like to try and keep things as natural as possible. So for example, I might acquire some things. I have some things that are Harry Potter licensed that I've acquired. They don't amount to a full haul. And so they will just sit there until I have enough that I feel like is enough for a video. Because I'm not one to just show off like one thing unless it's a really pricey thing. And so I'm like, what are we doing? And also, I've been putting a lot of content on the other channel because we were keeping it like strictly Harry Potter. And then moved a little more into, no, we aren't that sort of Harry Potter content creator that maybe some are used to. That's not me. I love the witchy things. I love like magical things. So all of this is the same. All the things, all the plans are the same. The merchandise we plan to do, the renovations that we plan to do, making this very in-world, wizarding world, most of our house. But I've put so much of myself on the other channel. And we've had a conversation recently, especially as we are about to approach Advent season. And I will have an announcement of that video coming up, which will begin on November 1st, is we have about like some Harry Potter and some not. And it just sparked the conversation of like, what do we allow on here? Why am I not allowing myself, like more of myself, like day-to-day vlogs, like just the actual magic of life? Because life can be really hard, and I'm not going to get emotional just yet because I might get emotional later. It can be really hard, and it's so important to focus on those things. And that's honestly what I want most of my videos to be, is just to be hopefully a breath of fresh air, maybe a bit crazy, I don't know, kooky, mysterious and spooky, and fun. That's what I want them to be, a break from life. And I will say we are going to get into some feelings, and I hesitated sharing that because I don't want to be a burden to people. And we'll get into those because I decided I'm going to share anyway, because that's how I connect with people. I get to see all of the aspects of what make them human. And that's what we're going to do more of on this channel. You're going to still get the Harry Potter. You're going to still get the subscription boxes, the future renovations, like all of that's remaining the same. I'm just adding more. I'm just adding me. And I hope that's okay with you. So there'll be some like day-to-day stuff, like, and also some things that I acquire, I might not have a full haul video, and I'll just put it in a vlog like I am today. So that's what we're getting at, and that's kind of what I recorded over there. It is a totally different IP, and it's coming on this channel. That won't happen too often, another IP. It's Disney. But occasionally. So anyway, we are here for a fall vlog and feelings. Those were some feelings. I've just thought a lot about it. And this is my main jam, right? And I want to bring people in that not only love wizarding things and decorating and all the things that we do, but hopefully also connect with me, because then I get to also find more people that I connect with. That's been the beauty of this whole thing and a big part of why I've done it. Not getting emotional. Okay, we're gonna take a sip of coffee. One moment, please. We need to just, drop the tree. We dropped a tree. We are not a smooth operator. You guys know this. Okay, deep breath. That is pumpkin spicy. How are my lips? Still attached? Okay, so the next thing that I thought I would do is we're gonna get into the Hall of Stuff later on, but one of the things that I love to do fall season, and it's been a little challenging because we're also prepping for Christmas. It's insane when you're a creator, and we'll get into some insanity, is reading. Now, I have a stack of books. I've set aside a stack of books, most of them newly acquired. Can we do this over here? Oh God, sorry for that. Whoa, that was close. I have so many books. I have not been reading as regularly as I want, and I do partly blame the book club. I just can't do 2 books at once and be a content creator. Like almost every waking minute of my day has been about YouTube, and that is not a complaint. I've just had other things going on that have made life overwhelming that we will get into. So I'm hoping to carve out time to read some books. And this is going to be throughout the fall season. So obviously fall goes beyond October. So let's get into a little bit of a book haul and to read pile. Now, I will say there's also like nothing, there's not any horror, there are no horror books in here or thriller or those sort of classic like fall reads. I mean, I'd say mostly witchy and one Halloween in here. They're just what I want to read, and I do love a cozy read, and what's cozy to you is what's cozy to you. So first up, I've had this one actually for a while, and I'm so excited to read it. It is nonfiction, and it's called Trick or Treat, A History of Halloween. There are a handful of books out there that are about Halloween. I feel like this one was decently rated. It's by Lisa Morton, and it's literally about like the history of Halloween. It takes us on a journey from the spectacular to the macabre, making it a must for anyone who wants to peep behind the mask to see the real past and present of this ever more popular event. So it's just going from the beginning of the creation of Halloween. And I've never known the real history of it. There are also some like images in here. Like I said, she's nonfiction. And there are 2 nonfiction books in here, but also love the cover. So I'm excited to read that one. Then next on the list, so I think everything else is fantasy and 1 nonfiction. I'm a fantasy reader. This next one, I have read the first book by him, and it was, what is it? A House at the End of the Cerulean Sea? The House in the Cerulean Sea. Cerulean Sea? I think that's right. By TJ Klune. Sorry, I'm shaking this because we're using the cell phone. We're also just keeping it casual. Vlogs are going to be actual vlog style, casual, like not moving around lighting every 2 seconds. So it is his new book, and it is Somewhere Beyond the Sea. I am so excited. I loved the first book. It's really, I don't love the phrase genre bending, but it is. Like, it really is. Like, sure, it's fantasy, but it's just something I haven't really read before. And I really like coming across stuff like that. It does give me, does it give me witchy, wizarding vibes? A little bit. It's just different, and it's fun, and it's mostly happy and feel good, and I don't know what to expect. I did not know he was doing a follow-up to the other one. So if you have not read The House in the Cerulean Sea, go read it. TJ Klune also has another series. It's got like wolves on it. I forget what it's called. And I think a lot of them are like love stories. I will say, don't really do love stories very much. The only love story I've recently read is, oh Lord, Fourth Wing. Now, the second book in Fourth Wing, forget the name of it, is not in this pile. I think there's a part of me, I love that book so much. And it surprised me because I don't love romance, and that is a part of the book. It's not the only part. That I'm sort of drawing it out and waiting to read the next one because I don't want it to be over, so it's not in this pile. But yeah, I'm excited to read that one. Then this one came into where I work. I actually work at a library, and it is The Spell Shot by Sarah Beth Durst. The cover. Can you now? Look at this cover. You know what did it for me? It's this cat. It's this winged cat right here. It's so cute. The illustrations, I also tend to look up reviews and just see what the overall is. It's not the determining factor, but it certainly helps, especially if they're quite high. And sometimes even like blurbs from authors that I love. Like, I'm trying to see if there was anybody. There is not. But also the pages, just the whole thing. I don't know. There's a part of me that just doesn't really want to know what this is fully about. So if you read any of these, let me know in the comments. I'm so excited. So that would be another fantasy. Then nonfiction. I saw this recommended on another channel, and it is a memoir. It is called The Witching Year. A memoir of earnest fumbling through modern witchcraft by Diana Helmuth. And so what it is a woman who decided to dive into witchcraft for an entire year, and she's a bit of a skeptic, and it just goes through that journey. And I think the person had mentioned something about it really taps into the millennials out there, and kind of some of our thought processes, but also references that millennials will get. And that really hooked me and made me want to read it. So I'm going to be reading that one because I'm also sort of intrigued. I think I've been curious to get into witchcraft. But I'm also a bit of a skeptic, but I don't want to be. I want to dive in, and I want to see what it's all about and learn things and be a full witch, be a full-on witch. Okay. And then this last one is fantasy, and we were at Barnes & Noble, just buying up all the things, and my husband saw it, and I think he said, or he read somewhere that it was like compared to Harry Potter. And on the back of it, it says it says there was Tolkien, there was Pullman, and now there is Catherine Rundell. Maybe you know what book I'm talking about. It was displayed like on its own. There's a thing by Philip Pullman, Neil Gaiman. I'm a huge Neil Gaiman fan. He put Catherine Rundell is a phenomenon, and it is this book right here, Impossible Creatures. So this one, I mean, look at the cover. Like, I love me a dragon. This one is different. So I believe all of the others are like adult. And because I work at a library, I'm kind of mentally classifying where it would be. This one is going to be more of a juvenile book as far as like the spacing, like the age group that it would be marketed to, meaning it should be a quicker read. Harry Potter would also fall under juvenile. And I'm excited. So I feel like I'm going to be closer to starting this one first because I could probably get through it faster. Also, look at those red pages. So that, I'm excited. Did I already say that? Let me know in the comments if any of those are in your list. If you've got any other books on Halloween, I'd love to know. But that is my to read for fall right now. I have another stack upstairs by my bed, but I thought let's do a manageable number and then we can go beyond that. But if you are interested in hearing my thoughts on them, I did rejoin Goodreads some time ago. I had gotten off, it's a whole thing, but I will link it down below if you want to follow along and I could see what you're reading and all those things. That would be cool. So let's now move over, maybe the couch. The couch is cozy and I might get emotional. We're gonna move over and just chat like life, just life. And feelings of overwhelm because I don't, oh, actually, just kidding. Real quick, I also got some fall food. Let me show you the fall food, or do I do that after? Thinking. Let me show you the fall food because we're in the kitchen. So I also picked up, where are you? Just knocking over everything. From Trader Joe's, they always be having them fall things. I got this sucker right here. Ghosts and Bats crispy potato snacks. So they're like shaped like ghosts. And then their fall leaves corn tortilla chips. Like I've seen some other places have some corn tortilla chips, but they're like unnaturally dyed. And these I believe are like, yeah, beet powder, all the natural things. Like I don't need, if I can avoid the red dyes and the black dyes and all the dyes, I'd like to. So I got that. Let's now close that. Let's now move over to the couch, sit down, chat feelings, and then hopefully calm myself with a little bit of a haul and share with you some spooky things and maybe what I plan to do the rest of this October especially, but also fall season. Let's sit down, let's get our coffee. Go. Did we get a package? Hey, what's that? Oh, an advent calendar and a bra. Okay. That's it. Just curious. Delivery. What are you doing? You were by that pumpkin. Hi, baby. Hi, my sweet baby. This is the thing that calms me down, right? My little bow truckle. Okay. Well, I guess it's good we already had lighting set up. I wasn't gonna bother. Are we at a good height? Does this work? I brought one tissue, or I'm sorry, 2 things of toilet paper just in case I cry, because I probably will. And I'm gonna grab my, this is not like super heavy. I don't know, what is this? It's just, life has been really, I so hesitated sharing. I've shared in the Discord group that life has just been really, really overwhelming. And I haven't gotten really into like a lot of the details on what specifically has been overwhelming. I think I've shared a little bit and I was gonna get into that now. And I don't know why I hesitate so much to share, because I know it is what other people might connect with too. Because others in Discord did connect as well with that, because they're also experiencing overwhelm. Like, I'm not alone. I think I just, like I said earlier, really want to be a place of joy for people. And I told my husband, I just don't want to be a burden to anybody, and I don't want to be a downer. Like, so it was just like so much of like, where do I place this in the video? Like, should I do the whole after? Like, when am I gonna, like, thinking all these things, like all of these logistics of like crying, and I can't just be a human being. So I'm here to just be a human being and share what's been really overwhelming about life.
and apologies, I will probably cry. Forgetting YouTube, which is its own level of work, and I will bring that up. Like, if you are watching anybody who is putting out even a video a week, but especially those with a full-time job, putting out multiple videos a week, please give them grace. Please give them grace, because it's a lot of work. It's just a lot of work. It's not only the physical work of doing it and setting things up and all of that and strategizing. We're going to still keep this light, but strategizing, but the energy. Like, I mean, I just filmed, I've had 3 days. This is my third day off before going back to work. It's the other reason I get feelings every time before I go back to work. I go back to work on a Tuesday. So every Monday, it's a routine thing that just happens. I get really down, especially late in the evening. I end up staying up really late because I'm pushing it off because it's been so hard, and I'll get there. But yeah, so I think a little bit of that is coming in too. But anyway, these past 2 days have been filming advent calendars, and we'll do like an official announcement, but it will be 24 days. And we filmed 8 on one day and 11 on the other. And I woke up today wiped out. And don't get me wrong, I had fun. I would not have done it if I didn't have fun, because I don't ever want to like put out not anything that's fun. You know what I mean? Like, that's one of my biggest fears, is like, I don't want to put out anything that is a waste of somebody's time, or is inauthentic, or I'm pushing myself like beyond that. And also, I do want to thank everybody. There have been people who know this, who know life's been a bit overwhelming for me. And I do appreciate like so much your love. And like, there have been comments of like, hey, we still be here. Like, you don't need to put out as many videos. But I will also say you are the minority. Like, most YouTube channels have a strong, I don't like the word followership, connection, I'm going to say, with a number of people. And then you have like kind of all the rest that are, you know, like here for some of it maybe, and not all of it, or maybe aren't even interested in this, but they're just interested in the stuff. And I feel like, while I appreciate that, it's not necessarily a thing creators can just do, because the algorithm really does play quite a role. And especially if, excuse me, and especially if you're putting in so much work, and I'm putting in so much work, we are putting in so much work, you don't want it wasted. And just a day off can throw that off, or a week off, I should say. So anyway, I think only creators would really understand that. But I do appreciate like just the love and support. I mean, there was a comment in Discord that just like really got me. And it was by 2 of you who said that the connection is beyond the channel. It is with me. I cannot begin to tell you how alien that feels, how foreign that feels to me. Loneliness has been a big part of my life, and struggling to connect with people has been really hard for me. So thank you so much. It means so much to me. Oh, okay, we haven't even gotten into the overwhelm yet. Are you overwhelmed by this? I'm gonna go through my 2 tissues. My 2, what is it? Good thing we got the thumbnail. My 2 pieces of toilet paper. Here, I'm just gonna use you for a hot second to sort this out. So anyway, I appreciate it so much. I appreciate you guys so much. And let me just hug my jack-o'-lantern real quick. Life, overwhelm. The biggest part that has been overwhelming, it's been two things. Work has been the Muggle job. And I don't know how much detail to get into. My husband asked me, how much detail are you going to get into? Because I think there are some people at work, there are some people at my work that are aware of my YouTube channel, but I'm also a person that just like, I will say things to your face if I want to, like, I'm just an honest person. I'm an open book. I don't have anything to hide. Like, so I kind of don't care. Like this, I am who I am. You know what I mean? As Hagrid would say. Work has been really, really hard. I work in a library and I've been there for quite a while. And as an ADHD girl, it's impressive the amount of time that I have been there. And we'll get into ADHD, but I'll just summarize it. It has been, I don't do well with, this is hard for me to admit, I don't do well with change that is not chosen by me. And I believe this is due to something else, and we'll get into that. And it's been a lot of change. So basically, there was a potential for a strike, like was getting real close to a strike. What I do is changing weekly. And I only don't work with the public, which suits my personality quite a lot. I've done retail. It's exhausting. It is not for me. And I'm not good at masking anymore. If you don't know what masking is, we'll get into that in a hot second. I work with a boss that is incredibly overbearing, micromanaging, and demeaning. And I'm currently going through a process of discrimination claim against that particular person. My schedule was threatened and it's going to be changed. And so I'm going through an ADA accommodation to try and retain it. And basically, I've been working like a 4-9 schedule, and people in Discord know that, where I work 4 9-hour days and 1 4-hour day. And I've been using PTO to take that 4-hour day off solely to work on YouTube. So I have more time so that I can maybe have some amount of hours of rest with myself, like just doing things off camera, which hasn't really happened because it's been a lot of like go, go, go. And that's going away. I'm not allowed to use my PTO in that way anymore, even though other people can use it how they want. It's incredibly unfair. It doesn't make sense to me. I don't do well with things that aren't logical. And I don't understand working in a place that discusses and promotes DEI, and maybe a lot of you can relate to this, but doesn't actually do the accommodating, doesn't actually meet the needs, doesn't actually get to know the workers, to see what those needs are, to see how they benefit, how they can help the organization as they are and not try and change them. Like I've literally been told, and if you're neurodivergent, as I am, you would know the word masking. Masking basically means covering up who you are and the weird things about you to accommodate other people, because we live in a society that is built around neurotypical people, not neurodivergent people. We are told, and I was literally told, to start masking more. Masking is highly exhausting. It's being who you aren't. I was asked by my boss to not be myself, basically, that it's not acceptable. So that's the summary of work. And I believe it's going to be in like the next couple of weeks. I don't expect my ADA accommodation is going to get approved because HR is not really on the side of the people. It's just a lot of stuff going on. A city in debt, threats of layoff, like so many things. And it's just been like thing after thing after thing that's like, this is going to change and this is going to change. And it's just not the place that it used to be. You wouldn't expect that of a library, would you? I've had some people say that to me, but, and then I feel incredibly lonely there, like incredibly lonely. I don't have anybody that I really connect with in my like close vicinity of the people that I work with. And I'm constantly made to feel too different. and small. And I do what I can. I decorate my desk to being very witchy and wizarding and all the things that make me happy. And I wear my headphones to keep me less overwhelmed and able to work and all the things. But then I'm told, like, oh, I want you to engage with your coworkers more beyond what is actually necessary. And I'm like, I should only be required to do what is necessary. I don't have a connection with these people. Forcing it is not a healthy thing to do for anybody, okay? Like, it's just too much. It's just too much, and it's really exhausting, and I just miss home, and I miss my husband. He's my best friend. And I just don't want to be there anymore. It's been really hard. I don't enjoy being lonely. And that's what I love about YouTube. I get to be myself. And I get to find people that are accepting of that and seem to actually like me as I am and don't want me to change. I think that's why it's just so foreign to me. I've just never had this experience at a workplace ever. So that has been really hard. The other thing that's been quite hard is I've been experiencing a lot of like health stuff for many years now. I've shared over on the Beyond channel things like, what does my lipstick look like? Who cares? Things like, this is why we're doing a haul at the end. Things like neuropathy, chronic fatigue. And I still have the chronic fatigue. Like I could sleep. I slept so long today. I felt guilty about it. And I didn't feel rested at all. And then what I was sharing as TMJ, and I actually learned through I was filing veterans disability. I got approved for a portion of it, but not the other things that I actually thought I'd get approved for, the physical things. I learned from one of those appointments that it's not actually TMJ. And most people who say they have TMJ disorder, it's not actually TMJ. And by my research, that made sense too. It's actually myofascial pain. It's your muscles. People with TMJ, which by the way, if you don't know what I'm talking about, it's up here. People with TMJ, as he described, would have they would have trouble opening their mouth. They would have locking issues. And I do have like a restrictive, like, and I have cracking and popping and stuff like that. But most people who are having issues with their jaw, it's a myofascial issue, meaning it's your muscles being overworked. So if you are like me and you have a lot of pain right here, you have a lot of tension headaches, a lot of tension up here, it's likely myofascial, which does all connect back to your TMJ. It's a whole thing. I learned it, and I don't have any answers right now for what to do about that. But the thing that has been really hard is being a neurodivergent girl living in a world that isn't that way. And the ADHD aspect of me has been really, really hard. I've tried so many things to get my mind to be not so busy, to be clearer, to be able to organize my life easier, including YouTube. And I went through a lot of things of like, well, I'll get into that actually after because that would follow it. But I've tried a lot of things to address this because I do believe in approaching from a natural direction first, and still continuing with a holistic approach of just trying everything. But it got to a point of just too much, overwhelm, can't really control. Just a lot of breakdowns, meltdowns, overstimulation a lot. And so recently I've started taking Adderall. It's been a long journey. I wasn't sure I would ever try this out, and I will likely do a video on that. This is not going to be a video on that, but I did start taking Adderall, and that has been a more interesting experience than I thought it would be, and it's going to be a longer experience than I realized to test out and see what would work for me because it comes with consequences too, and I don't love those side effects. So that's another thing that I've been trying out. And then YouTube's been a little bit overwhelming, but I feel like it's like I was watching somebody say, most people have their full-time job and then they try and figure out how they're going to fit in taking care of themselves, eating well, I don't know, self-care. But when you're a creator or even a business owner or somebody trying to start something up, there's no time for it. There's just no time for it. I mean, I have like a couple hours after my work day, and then all that is left is my weekends. And my weekends, there's just no rest. And don't get me wrong, I'm really grateful for YouTube because it lets me be who I am. And I feel like if you don't get to be that, it will be a lonely existence. Like, because it's just a necessary part of being human. And it helps you find connection with other people. So those are the things that have been really, really overwhelming to me. And I will say on the beginning of Adderall, and I'm still trying to figure out the dosage and everything. I'm actually on a break today. I didn't take it today or yesterday and the day before, just this weekend. But when I first started, I got so much stuff done, okay? One of the things that was overwhelming me was this house had so many things that just needed to go, that I needed to list, that I needed to organize, declutter. Like, we did a big declutter on the Beyond, but there was so much more that needed to get done. And I spent like 3 or 4 days just full on, nonstop, till the end of the wee hours doing that. And then carpet cleaning and just like a thorough clean of the house. So I'm really glad to do that because I didn't want to be like having just stacks of stuff everywhere or things that just didn't have places. Because that is the other thing with creating is you're constantly, at least some of what we share, acquiring things and there's not a place for it. It's a whole thing. So I was really glad to get that done. And now it's just like, you know, like a normal person, maintaining it and just keeping things tidy and organized and all of the things. But that's been what's been really overwhelming to me. I still feel like I was a burden to people and they probably already clicked off the video and aren't interested in the haul, but that is why I put the haul at the end. I also put the haul at the end so I could cheer myself up. So let's just do it right here. What do I care? My cat's coming over. What are we doing? No, now is not the time. She knows. I will say my cats, like, they know when I need love. Okay, baby girl. Okay. I'm going to put you over here. Can we? Okay, we can do it. She will F this cardigan up. Come here. Oh, boop, 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 boop. Right there. All right. Let me go get some things. We're going to show off some things. Are we excited? Some fall things, some spooky things. Okay, let me get those things. Be our freaking bee. Hauling all the things. Are you ready? We cannot be doing this right now. Leia, no. This is the menace in question. Stop coming over here. Stop it. I know. Oh, my sweet baby. My little blind kitty. All right? We're so sweet, but we are a menace. This is the one that's pooping and peeing and throwing up like the Exorcist style all over this daggone house, right, ma'am? We can't be doing that anymore. I'm tired of cleaning that up. All right, so I showed you this mug right here. This mug is from Lively Ghosts. I will probably order some more things from Lively Ghosts, including some rings. So I picked up 2 rings. Maybe you've seen them already. I am wearing them, and I love them. So I did this video called Aubrey 4.0 on the Beyond channel about like just the new evolution of me and the way that I want to express myself, basically. And one of the things that I wanted to change are, a lot of my rings are very dainty. Some of them are very Harry Potter specific. And I wanted more of just like a gothic, like witchy vibe. And they have a lot of rings that are like that. So the first one that I got is this butterfly ring right here. It's just gorgeous and so detailed and really very affordable. I think these were like, I want to say they were like $35. I don't know. I will link it down below, but like, look at the space this sucker takes up. And there's even, it's gonna be a little hard to show, but there's even like a little bit of detailing over here. Absolutely freaking love it. It gives me like Follow the Butterflies vibes. And then they had 2 spiderweb rings, and you guys know, or many of you know, that I love me a spider aesthetic. I love a snake aesthetic. There's so many skulls, like those are my jam. And this is the one that I got. It is a spider web, and it's kind of a little elevated. It comes to a point you could wear it either way. I feel like that's actually the way I was wearing it, right? I don't know. Now I'm thrown. I'm gonna wear it this way. So I have that one, but they have some like cathedral style rings that I want to pick up. They were just out of stock. Just really cool stuff. There's a couple other brands that I'm looking at for rings, but I've just finally got started on some of the rings that I want to have. And the other thing, and they came in like really nice, cute boxes. The other thing that I got from them, I got a few more things. To go with that mug, and I've seen this spoon, they're not the only one that carries this spoon. It is this like jack-o'-lantern spoon. So it's got some like really cool detail on the end there, but it has little like jack-o'-lantern face openings. So obviously it's not meant for you to like scoop things up, but what I'd be using it for is like sticking it in my jack-o'-lantern mug. Like, oh, come on, like the layers, and using it to stir my sugar into it. So I don't normally like sip that, or do I? I don't know. And it comes in a set of 2. So I got those stainless steel. And then I think these are the last bits. Oh, I did get a skirt. Let's find that skirt in a hot second. I got a bunch of pins. Actually, I got 3 pins, and they're all like fairy witchy pins. I was so excited to see them because I don't just want stuff that's like outright Harry Potter. I want a lot of that filler stuff. And I picked up 3. So first up is this broom pin. How cool is this? Actually, this is also giving me like Agatha All Along vibes because it feels like more of a natural tree was taken for this broom. The details are really cool. There's like some sort of leafy business just wrapping around the broom. I freaking love it. And it's a decent sized pin. It is a double pin backing. That is the first one. And then we talked about spiders. I picked up this spider pin. Oh, the details are not coming through. But the actual spider area right here is translucent, like to a degree. Like I think if I put my finger behind, but it's also darker. Where the rest of it, all of these bits around here are completely translucent. Are you getting it? Are you getting this spider? I'm not sure if the details are coming in on the phone here, but it's just like, look at it. Oh, it's so good. It's so good. And then this last one gave me like Borgin and Burke's vibes. If I come across a mug that is like this, I want it. It is a skull pin, and it has like something on the mug, like in the mug. Don't know what, an elixir of some kind, but she is a pretty decent size pin. But I felt like if I did, I don't know, a Bellatrix pin board or Borgin and Burke's pin board or something like that, it could fit in there, or just Halloween-y situation. Okay, so let me go get that skirt. I think it's upstairs, and I'll be right back again. All right, so, wow, I'm caught on myself. It is this skirt right here. So I have a skirt that like has this sort of pattern, but this one has a slit in it, and I really liked it, and it's just got a little extra detail that I liked. And one of those is that this portion comes into a V. It's also very lightweight, so I would probably layer or use like tights or something because it's quite thin. Excuse that. Hair on my lip. It is quite thin, so I'd probably wear tights in the winter, but then that makes it really versatile for summer, springtime. And here is the like pattern on it. It's coming across, there we go. It was coming across gray, but it's very much a black. And then the bottom has this like lacy business, and then it has a slit. Let me actually turn the camera so I could show you what it looks like on. All right, mind the Crocs. Let me see if I can get far enough back here. Here it is, my skirt. So it has a little slit right here. It comes up quite high. I'm 5'3". I mean, obviously you could pull this up a little bit higher. Are we getting the whole thing? It's an elastic waist. I prefer an elastic waist. And like I said, it's like really lightweight. I really like it. And I feel like it was a pretty affordable price. And if you're curious, the size that I went with is small. I think I could have even gone with an extra small. There's just a bit of room, but I love it. And the lighting is not agreeing with me right now. So let me sit down for the rest of this haul. Oh God, okay. And especially since where I work can not have a consistent use of the air conditioning. It can get either really hot or really cold. Okay, home goods. I got some goods. And these goods that I got, I feel like 2 out of the 3 will be great in the like snake inspired bathroom that we did. The first one that I got is this, again, I got all of them at Home Goods. It is this body shimmer. Okay, so it's actually a glass jar, $5.99, has this little snake right here with these little, actually it's just holes. I thought they were gems. And it is a body shimmer, or body oil, but it has a shimmer. Like it's this like silver, doesn't it give you like potion-y vibes? And I thought it would just be perfect in that room because of the snake, and I could probably reuse it and put other things in there. So I got that one. Then I was on the fence about this, but I feel like because we don't have a lot of room like on the surface of things, that might go like somewhere on the bathtub. And same for this one. I couldn't pass it up. It is an enchanting rose bath salts in, excuse me, I'm just gonna break it now, in this skull. Like it's a glass skull with bath salts. I felt like it looked a little weird with the thing protruding, but I was like, whatever. I'm just gonna put it like on my bathtub, like edge, or maybe in the corner and have this guy just like looking at me, and then I could just dump some bath salts in there. So that one was $5.99. Couldn't pass up. I could have passed up on it, but I didn't. So here we are. And then the last one, I said I wouldn't do more candles. And I also said I don't normally do like wax shaped candles. This is somewhere in the middle. Okay. She is a candle, but also I feel like I picked it up because it could fit a future theme. I don't know when in the future, but a theme that I have in mind, for Halloween season. And I just think it's really cool. It is this candle right here. So it's like a black base with like a ribbing right there, but it's a graveyard scene. What the heck? Look at the inside of that. How stinking cute. So this is by Christian Siriano. Christian Siriano did the frame that I really want to get, and I still want to find it, but we're a little late now, maybe next year. But it got the crow candle holders that I showed in the Decorate With Me. That is by him. So I'm really liking the line that he is doing with Home Goods. I'm excited to see what he does in future years. But how stinking cute is that? So this is an actual candle. I might hesitate to melt it. I don't know. But that is the last item. And oh, I wanted to show you one of the other things. So I love puzzles. I love doing puzzles like Christmas time. I love doing puzzles like fall time. Like this is the whole season for the cozy stuff. And I've had these puzzles for a while, and they are definitely more spooky and horror-esque. And they are by an independent maker on Etsy. If she is still making these, I haven't checked recently. I will link her down below. But this one is themed Edgar Allan Poe. I love Edgar Allan Poe. And it's a house where there are just like details all throughout that if you are a Poe fan, and probably if you read all of his stuff, which I haven't yet, you would pick up on a lot of the details. There's just so much in every little like corner. And this is the sort of stuff that she does. So I have that one. I really want to check and see if she's done any others. And then I have this H.H. Holmes Murder Castle. H.H. Holmes was a murderer. I don't remember the whole history. It had something to do with his house, castle. I don't know. But that's what she did. Again, very similar style with the house, and just it's a bloodbath. It's a bloodbath all over the place. I do love me some horror stuff. I actually want to like up my horror reading. And I have loads of horror books and thriller books and stuff, but they are stacked elsewhere. So I'm just reading like some of the newer things that I picked up. So I want to do those, like as far as like fall things, I want to do those. I want to watch some horror movies. I did put in for some time off for Halloween. I've decided I'm going to take Halloween off every year as long as I'm allowed to do that. It's just one of my favorites. Like it might be my favorite holiday. I love Christmas and I'm excited for it, but Halloween is my jam. So I take both off. So I'm gonna take that off and watch horror movies. So like, let me know, like, what are your favorite horror movies to watch Halloween time? And what fall things do you like to do? I will say there are a lot of fall things that I would love to do. Like, there's so much in the Portland, Oregon area. There are like corn mazes and like the whole shebang that goes with a corn maze. Like, there are apple orchards, haunted houses. And I just don't know that I have the time yet to go and do those things, but I would like to. So those are some of the fall things that I would like to do. But it's probably going to lean toward reading, doing puzzles, and watching horror movies. Hopefully I'm caught up on videos that need doing, and I can just enjoy myself on those days off and maybe some evenings and just throughout October. So let me know in the comments down below. First off, thank you so much for being here and joining in a new kind of video, just more of a casual get to know me, let's hang out, day-to-day stuff. This one's a little more themed kind of video. And thanks for just everyone who's supported me when I have shared some of the overwhelm I've been experiencing. And for those of you who stuck around to the end here, you are my people and I appreciate you. And thanks for listening to all of that, maybe crying along with me. I don't know. Cat incoming. I think that is the hint that this is a wrap. But thank you so much. And yeah, let me know in those comments, what are your favorite fall things to do? Any good books that you want to read, puzzles that you have? What are your favorite horror movies? I want to know. I didn't exactly say what my favorite horror movies are. I would probably put, I need to think on that. There's a few. And maybe I'll drop them in the Discord group too, or just in the comments chatting with you down below. But until next time, my magical friends, remember to love what you love with everything you have and keep making magic and send me all of those fall things and I'll see you in the next video. Bye. And now the reality. My coffee is cold and it is like probably 6 p.m. now. And I need to figure out dinner and things for work. Oh boy. But you know what? I have a cozy orange cardigan and life is otherwise good. And all will be okay. And you will be okay. And don't forget that. And you are magic. And I just wanted to add that at the end. Okay, bye.
Oh my wordy. Okay, let's test it over here. Did you see that? What is going on? Maybe you are supposed to shake it. Okay, there it goes. There it goes. Got it. Just cut all that out.